Hello fellow barbarians, my name is Simon Calcavecchia and it is an honor to be here with you guys tonight. I'm very excited to present the award for Most Inspirational Player. However, first I thought I would give you guys a brief description of who I am and what I've been through. So in the year 2002, I decided to take the opportunity that Pete Sullivan gave me and go and play rugby in Australia. Ever since I started playing rugby, I just had found my passion, and I loved it so much, as I'm sure most of you do as well. I was always a lineman, and so getting to run the ball was a dream come true. I was much bigger then, although I put a few pounds on over this vacation. Anyways, I took that opportunity and I went to Australia to go play rugby out of Sydney in a place called Warringah, and we were the Rats. And I was giving it my all. I wanted to show that people from the US could come and play rugby with the best of them. And so I trained my butt off, and I was running on the beaches and having the time of my life, getting into the best shape as well. And I was living 5 minutes from the beach, and I did not refrain from partying either, as rugby players tend to do. I had to keep up with them in that department as well, so I was in the best shape of my life in multiple ways, as we might say. So, anyways, it was my third game, and I had just been moved up from the third grade to the second grade for the Colts, for the Warringah Colts, and I was out there having a blast. And then I remember it clear as day. It was a nice sunny day, and I went out onto the field, and it's all very vivid, and I ended up getting into a scrum, and I played tight end prop. So when we went into the scrum, I didn't get my head low enough, and then ended up breaking my neck at the C5-6 level, which is rendered me with quadriplegia, and I am unable to use my triceps, and my hands or fingers don't function, but I can move my wrist up, and that's kind of the basic description of quadriplegia. I don't feel anything below my chest either. So I ended up with that, and I went into the hospital where the Australians were incredibly generous to me and treated me like family there. It was amazing to have that experience. And for you rugby buffs, Pete and his family managed to have one of the most famous Australian rugby players come in and visit me while I was there, and some of you might know him. His name is John Eales, and it was just so moving to have someone of that stature come in and visit me while I was there. And anyways, I went from there, for being in the hospital for a month and a half, to going to Seattle, at UW, where I spent another 3 months rehabilitating, and eventually went to go to school at my local community college, and then I got a bachelor's from Evergreen in Olympia, Washington. And now I am doing a lot of volunteering, and one of my passions is doing hip-hop and music, and so I'm continuing to follow those. But now I wanted to talk about what it means to be an inspirational leader. And I think one of the things that makes someone an inspiration is showing strength being able to get knocked down and then get back up again in the face of defeat. And some people can do it better than others. And I think that everyone in this room, by the sounds of what I've heard, knows who this person is. They already know the person that has given them the most inspiration, and they've done it by voting. I think that everything that I've heard about this player has truly inspired me as well, because when they got knocked down, they got back up, and they showed the true signs of what it means to be a leader. His name is Ryan Glendenning, and when he fell down, he scored a try. I mean, if that doesn't show enough to be an inspiring leader, then I don't know what does. When Ryan broke his collarbone, he didn't decide to quit and give up on his team. He decided to be their support, to help inspire the future generations of Barbarian players and have a greater impact than he probably could have imagined that he would have if he had just been playing rugby. I think he showed what true commitment is to a team and what it means to be a leader. There's a quote that I want to read that I found by Arnold Schwarzenegger, and it goes as this: "Strength does not come from winning. Your struggles develop your strengths. When you're..." One second. I'll say that one more time. "Strengths does not come from winning. Your struggles develop your strengths. When you go through hardships and decide not to surrender, that is strength." And I think that exemplifies what Ryan has done. So the inspirational award obviously goes to him. Thank you very much for letting me be a part of this. A special thanks to Pete Sullivan and Matt Carithers. I got that right the second time. We both have challenging names, but I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, and thanks again. I hopefully will be a bigger part of the rugby team next year, because you guys have inspired me to want to be there as well. Thank you very much, and hopefully we'll see you guys around. Please, Barbarians, you are my family. If you ever see me around, please say hello, and I would love to talk to you. Alright, take care.